They tell you the best way to take your power back from someone who hurt you is to disappear. Stop calling. Stop texting. Stop showing up. The world calls it no contact, as if silence itself is a kind of victory. But silence is easy to misunderstand. It can be ignored. It can be explained away. People learn how to live without noise, and the mind is very good at making peace with absence. While you wait in quiet, hoping they will feel the loss, they may already be telling themselves a story where losing you is their choice. The Stoics saw this clearly. Power was never in controlling another person's feelings. It was always in controlling yourself. Silence, on its own, is not strength. It's just a pause. And if that pause is only meant to cause pain, it slowly loses its meaning. What truly changes things happens beneath the silence. While nothing is being said, something is being built. Time that once went into chasing, explaining, and proving becomes time used to grow. You start taking care of your body. You sharpen your mind. You sit with the pain instead of running from it, and little by little, it turns into clarity. You don't change to be seen. You change because staying the same hurts more. And without noticing, you outgrow the version of yourself that needed their approval. Then one day, paths cross again. Not because you planned it, not because you waited for it, but because life does that. And in that moment, the silence finally speaks. Not through absence, but through difference. They recognize your face, but not your energy. They remember who you were, but they can't reach who you've become. That is what hurts more than silence. Not that you disappeared, but that you rose. And left the old story behind. Imagine their surprise when they see that you no longer react the way you once did. You're not anxious anymore. Your eyes are calm. There's no neediness in you now. That change becomes a mirror they don't want to look into, because it shows them the truth they try to avoid. They no longer have power over you. Every relationship works like a reflection. People see themselves through how others respond to them. When someone treats you badly, they often expect you to stay small, emotional, and dependent. They expect you to react the same way you always did. But when you grow instead, when you respond with calm and self-respect, it forces them to face parts of themselves they were hiding from. Your growth reminds them that they once underestimated you. And that realization hurts more than silence ever could. They may have walked away thinking you would fall apart. They imagined you waiting for them, checking your phone, hoping they would come back. But instead, you built a life. You created new routines. You found happiness in places they never encouraged you to explore. Seeing you shine where they left pain breaks the story they told themselves to justify leaving. And if you're honest, you may have been on the other side of that mirror once too. You may have doubted someone, only to later be surprised by how much they grew. Now you understand the power of that moment. It isn't about revenge. It's about awakening. Silence can end. Growth doesn't. That's why real change hurts more. Once you become stronger, calmer, and more self-aware, there's no going back. You can't return to who you were before, and they can't meet that old version of you again. Silence keeps the door slightly open, as if things might one day return to how they were. Healing closes the door quietly and for good. When you finally value your peace, going back feels like stepping into a cage you've already escaped. That's what hurts them. Not that you disappeared, but that they can no longer reach you. It's like reading a story they left unfinished, only to realize the ending no longer includes them. The pain isn't nostalgia. It's the realization that they lost someone who grew beyond their reach. This is the path the Stoics spoke about. Not running away, but mastering yourself. Not using distance to punish others, but using it to become whole. Your silence isn't meant to hurt anyone. It's meant to shape you. When you stop living for attention and start living for truth, something changes. You stop reacting and start choosing. You stop waiting and start building. That calm, steady presence is impossible to fake, and impossible to ignore. Eventually, the person who once hurt you may feel the weight of that loss. Not because you vanished, but because you returned as someone free. Free from needing validation. Free from chasing. Free from resentment. So when you feel tempted to stay silent just to cause pain, remember this: silence can be forgotten. Growth cannot. The real victory isn't when they regret losing you. It's when you no longer need them to. If you're still hurting, that's okay. Pain doesn't mean you're weak. It means something mattered. Don't waste that pain trying to be noticed. Use it. Let it teach you patience, discipline, and self-respect. Read the book you've been putting off. Take the walk you kept delaying. Build a life that feels true to you, not to prove anything, but because it's who you were meant to become. Because the real power of distance isn't in who misses you. It's in who you become while they're gone. And when they see you again, calm, grounded, and whole, that will speak louder than anything you could have ever said. Your transformation tells the story. And in that story, they are no longer needed.